If you have followed me on Instagram, I did mention that I got COVID last week. So let's talk about that. I'm not Dr. Yun. I am not COVID expert, I'm not a doctor, but I just want to share my COVID experience and how I recovered so quickly. I actually think I recovered very quickly and I am extremely grateful for that. I do want to share a little bit of advice, not advice, but like just share my journey. So if anyone also unfortunately gets COVID, maybe this will help. Yeah. So I actually didn't think I would get COVID. I thought I was like immune to that because we went to America last year for my pro debut, and it was when COVID I think was highest. Excuse me. I probably should cut this out, but I don't want to because it's actually my post-COVID symptoms. I feel 100%, but sometimes I still have phlegm here and there. Anyway, James and I went to America in 2021, and to be honest, I thought I was so gonna get it because also we were the cases were really high in Texas and Vegas, which we went to. We didn't wear masks majority of time. So now I feel like I believe masks don't help. But yeah, but anyway, for one of the competitions, I actually hired a professional makeup artist. So it was a few girls in a room, no one wore masks. The makeup artist didn't wear mask. And then she just like did super close up makeup on my face, and she didn't even clean the brushes, and immediately I went to another girl. So I just felt that, okay, I'm definitely getting COVID today. I didn't that trip. I never did. This year in 2022, we traveled to Singapore, UK, US, Thailand, and we did not wear masks, even on the plane. So usually on the plane, I'll probably prefer to wear masks. I'm just a bit narrow-minded. Don't judge me. Just because, I mean, I've lived in Hong Kong too long, so I just feel like, okay, it seems like plane and airports are really risky, so I probably should wear a mask. So I would prefer to wear a mask, but James is quite against the idea of that. Like, he believes that masks don't do anything. So he didn't wear a mask. So I was just like, okay, then why am I wearing a mask? Because if he got it, I definitely will get it. Like, there's no way I can afford it if he got it, right? So I just decided that I wouldn't wear it as well. And for the whole trip, we went to many, many places. We didn't wear masks. Yeah, and we didn't get it. So I just thought, okay, maybe our bodies are so strong that we won't get it. 1 month after we landed in Hong Kong, it was a Tuesday, James started feeling a little bit off. So he was like under the weather for a few days, but he did like the red test and it was negative. So we didn't get worried. I also did get tested and also like got negative result as well. So on Thursday, I started feeling a bit off too. But I tested and it was still negative. So I just thought, okay, it was probably like a common flu, right? Like nowadays, I feel like people don't allow other people to get sick. Like there's no such thing as flu anymore. Like it has to be COVID or not COVID. Then on Friday, it started getting a little bit worse. I was lying on the couch. I was super low in energy. And then James started to cough like crazy. And he said he had really sore throat. So I was like, it sounds like COVID to me. But let's do another test. So he did a test. And there was a little slightly faded line. So I think at that time, he was actually about to recover, and I got it from him. But for some reason, he got sick first, and today he's still claiming that he didn't pass it to me, but he so clearly did. I don't blame him, but he clearly did, right? Comment down below if you think he passed it to me. Yeah, anyway. So I was like so stressed. I immediately messaged my coach. I was just like, because I was meant to be 7 weeks out to Taiwan Pro, which is my warm-up show for Olympia, and obviously also 10 weeks out for Olympia. And I was just like super stressed. I know that I know quite a few competitors that have gone through COVID when they're on prep. Some of them still manage to do really well at shows, but at the end of the day, if you can't push every single day, it might not be your best look, right? Like, in my opinion, obviously it might not affect anything, just a few days off. But for me, Olympia stage is the most special stage, and all the athletes are idols I've looked up to, literally the world best bikini athletes. So for me to want to stand next to them, like with my best package, I just feel like I should be doing everything I can. So the thought that I can't give my 100% just really stressed me out. But my coach obviously was really encouraging. He told me that even some of his athletes had gotten it before during peak week, and also they recovered okay, and it will be fine. And he told me not to stress, even asked me to eat a little bit more food for recovery, and don't just take complete rest days if I feel really sick. But anyway, I was like, during research, I was like thinking about every potential supplement, anything that can help speed up my process, just anything I should be doing. I did feel under the weather, like I did feel like dizzy and low energy, but I didn't have fever. So I was just sleeping all day. I lost some appetite. My taste, well, now my taste is back to normal. But when I had COVID, I think it's just a regular flu. Even when you have a regular flu, you can still get your taste affected a little bit. So my taste was, well, thankfully my taste for a protein shake is still fine. Like, well, for sweetness was fine. My protein is my favorite meal of the day. But coffee, I know when I'm sick, I'm not meant to drink coffee, but I just love coffee so much. I love it so much. I love the taste. Also, when you're dieting, you can't eat, you drink coffee. So coffee is my prep favorite. So my coffee didn't taste the same anymore. It didn't taste good anymore. And I didn't have appetite to eat my food. So I really craved soup. So if you've been sick, you know soup makes you feel good, right? But I found a way. I actually looked up recipe. What what kind of vegetables soup can I make without oil, without broth, without this and that? So I managed to just use some herbs, water, and vegetables to make my soup taste pretty good. So I still managed to follow my diet plan 100%, even though I was sick. And my coach actually told me to eat a little bit more, but I didn't. Just because I felt that I was already not moving enough. I didn't need to eat the extra food. Like I was already preserving the energy by sleeping so much and not moving a lot. So I didn't need to eat more. So I still do cardio and steps every single day. I didn't go to the gym. I did it on the street because I felt good. I wore a mask. I stayed distant from other people. And I did like some pump, like lighter weight workout at home. And then 4 days later, I completely recovered. negative result. So I went back to the gym. So there wasn't really a day I didn't miss any cardio, I didn't miss any steps. There wasn't a day I missed a training. Obviously, there were a few days where I did like lightweight workout at home, but I still trained and stimulated the muscles. Um, so yeah, so feel pretty good after I recovered. I actually my weight just dropped like crazy. I don't think it would have been muscle loss because I still trained. And I after COVID, my strength just went back to normal. There was one day I did like maybe 80%, because I didn't want to push it. I wanted to let my body recover. But then the next session, the second session back in the gym, I feel 100%. I felt strong again. So now my numbers, like the weight I use for training, is actually back to pre-COVID. So I don't think it was muscle loss at all. I just think my body really needed this sleep because also like usually I'm quite busy with work and everything. But I for that week I actually stay at home. I did my usual, like I just all I did was walk dogs, get steps in, do some low impact cardio, light training, sleep, eat, sleep, like a lot of sleeping, so much sleeping. I just slept all day every day. So that um, really helped my body reduce the stress. So as soon as COVID was over, I was like 2 kg down in a week. And one day I just woke up, a few days ago, I just woke up being, so now I'm 7 weeks out to Taiwan and 10 weeks out to Olympia. But one day, a few days ago, I just woke up being my weight 1 week before peak week. Yeah, to Singapore. So Singapore, my peak weight was 56 and show day was 55 point something. But usually also like peak week you would drop a little bit more weight because I don't pull out water as such, but with a bit of manipulation, no no sweetener, no this, no that, the weight will go down. Also like reducing stress as well because the cardio will reduce, no more training during peak week. So my peak week weight was actually 56 for half the peak week, and then closer to show day was like 55.8, 55.6, etc. And then the week before that I was 57 to 58. And so a few days ago I woke up being 57.6. It was super close to stage weight, and I was just quite shocked to see, but also happy because I like to be ahead of schedule. Then my coach actually did ask me to get a refeed out with my boyfriend because he also didn't want my weight to drop too quickly. We want to preserve the muscles and not to. Also, we need to get conditioned, but to be 2 weeks out weight, being 10 weeks out is probably too soon. I've talked too much. Let's talk about the supplement I used. So first, so it's just a regular Panadol, but before I got this, I actually did research first. So paracetamol is actually the ingredient that treats COVID. So I looked it up and it's got 500 milligram of that. So I got this and I just took this 4 times a day, as instructed in the package. And even after I felt quite good, I still took it to make sure that I'm like getting rid of the virus from my system. And so these are my usual supplements. I get them from NuFitness, my sponsor. I have a discount code Karen10. Use capital letter Karen10. So they carry brands like Core Nutritionals from America. I think it's a really, really high quality supplement brand. Everything I've tried is extremely good. Protein is super tasty, and their supplements are actually very useful. I've used it for the last couple preps. I use it on and off season, just every single day. I think they're really effective, and everything is research based. So if you go on their website, you will see why they have these ingredients, and the doses are really good as well. So this is why I really like this brand. But I actually take more supplements than this, but I just want to talk about these supplements because these are the ones that are COVID related after I've done research. Yeah, let's start with these three. So I think why am I such a failure? So D3, I actually take it every single day, even when I don't have COVID. But when I have COVID, D3 and vitamin C, I just double the intake. During COVID, I take morning, afternoon, and night. So 3 times a day. Glutamine as well. So glutamine I usually mix in my shake in the morning. It's help with gut health, immune system. And because when your body is sick, it just doesn't produce enough glutamine. So I decided to double my intake as well. Usually I take 10 milligram a day, so 2 scoops. So during COVID, I take 3 scoops twice a day. So morning and night, 3 scoops. So this is just a regular multi. Well, not a regular multi. It's really good multi vitamin. It's got also like all the vitamins that you really need. But what is really good is that it's got zinc. I think most multivitamins got zinc. I have looked it up, and zinc is actually really helpful with improving your immune system as well. And obviously, like when you have to fight a virus in your body, you just need to really make sure that your immune system is in a good place, your body is in a good place to fight the virus. So zinc is really helpful, but I don't have zinc as a separate supplement. So I looked at my multi, and it's actually got 30 milligram zinc in it. It's pretty high dose comparing to what I've seen in other multi. So I just thought I would double this as well. Usually I take morning only, so I take morning and night. I actually stole it from James. I don't usually take this. It's called NAC. There have been lots of research. Actually, Hong Kong U, the research team has done some study on this supplement and found that with COVID patients who take this recovers faster. Okay, this is the last thing. So this is Cohort. I don't just take it for COVID. I take it every prep, but usually when I'm not on prep, I kind of don't take it. Yeah, so it's a supplement used to help with reducing cortisol. It can be any stress, like stress, mental stress, or stress from training, work. So I actually take it for every prep, but when I got COVID, my heart rate was through the roof. Like my resting heart rate was so much higher than usual. So I just felt that my body was in so much stress. So I decided to start taking it again. I take 1 tab in the morning, 2 tabs at night. That is my supplement stack to which I believed helped me recover so quickly from COVID. But obviously it's not just these supplements. I think just generally having like a fitter or healthier body all year round, exercising regularly, eating healthier will have advantage for the recovery. I just can't wait to see everyone in Taiwan because I've competed there once as an amateur in I think 2018. I've met a bunch of really nice ladies that we've still kept in touch after years. but we've only met once in 2018, but they've just been extremely supportive. I love Taiwanese people. So they've actually been asking me whether I'll be going back, and I'm just really happy to say that I will be competing in Taiwan Pro. It will be my warm-up show before Olympia. But anyway, thank you so much for the support as always, and I'm really happy to be sharing all this with you. Hopefully it's really not too boring. If you have any questions, please comment down below or send me a DM. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you haven't already. I hope I have entertained you for another cardio session. Also, next week, let me know what you want me to talk about. See you!